You might think I'm crazy, and you might not want to watch this whole video because it's going to be long. But if you do watch this whole video, and you do make a choice today, after you've watched it, to do something, then you've been part of saving the 60% of your family that would have died by you doing nothing. This is talking 60% of your family. 60%. So if you've got a household of 5, look at 3 of them and kiss them goodbye tonight if you've done nothing. Because they will die. Ebola kills 60%. So kiss 3 of them goodbye. Kiss 3 of them goodbye of a family of 5. This is what you have to do. If you work in a hospital, I suggest you strike. Because hospitals don't care about you. We've known about Ebola for 40 years. What has your hospital done to protect you? Do you have training with Ebola? No. Probably 5 hospitals are equipped to deal with Ebola. They don't have room for all of us. They don't have no treatment for it. The treatment was given to the doctor and the nurse. Now he's having to give his blood. Do you think he has enough blood for 60% of your family, mine, and everyone else's? No. CBS, ABC, NBC, Fox, CNN, NBC, MSNBC, all those, they are not allowed to say anything that can create a panic. I am. You should panic. You should panic now, stand up, unite, or when 60% of your family's dead, it's because of you for doing nothing. Zombies do nothing. They walk around, eat death meat. Well, let me tell you what death meat is. Death meat is the almighty green dollar. The almighty green dollar means that airlines aren't going to stop flying. Walmart's not going to kick people out. But Ebola starts to spread. 90% of Americans go into Walmart every day. So now you got Ebola. Why? Because you chose to shop Walmart. Airlines choose to fly to Ebola country, fly back, and they just let 50 people off. Ebola, oh, no big deal. Why? Because they want that almighty green dollar. Big corporations will let you die. They don't care nothing about you. If they earn a buck today, they're richer tomorrow. What happens tomorrow if 60% of you are dead? Well, oh well, we earned our money while they had it. That's why. If you're a nurse, I suggest you strike. If you don't strike, if you don't force your hospital to do something, your hospital's probably not gonna. Call your CDC. Call your senator. Call your congressman. Call your governor. Because they don't do nothing. Because they'd rather fight between the Democrats and the Republicans than get anything done. We've seen that over the last 8 years. Nothing gets done when it's Democrats fighting the Republicans. Because divided, we fall. And we're falling fast. Why are we falling fast? Because no one wants to stand up and unite over Ebola. Ebola will kill 60% of your family. The only way anything gets done in this country is by protesting, standing up, uniting, and striking. We would still have slavery and women not voting if there wasn't protests and strikes like there were. We've got to make a difference. Boycott Walmart. Boycott airlines. Call your senator. Call your CDC. Don't go to the ER because it might just be the ER that an Ebola patient that just got it on the airline, Frontier Airlines, oh, well, they just walked into your ER. You're there for what? A sore throat. I have a sore throat. Do you think I'm going to the ER? No. Do you think I'm going to Walmart? No. Do you think I'm going to fly? No. Why? Because I don't want to kill my family by going there to get Ebola to bring it home to them by getting a cheaper box of cereal at Walmart. Cheaper food kills. So you go to Walmart, you bring home Ebola, you save 2 cents. So 2 cents means a whole lot when you're dead. Paying your rent means a whole lot. So go earn your rent at that hospital by being a nurse. But Ebola patient walked in yesterday, wasn't diagnosed, wasn't determined they had Ebola. You got Ebola. Oh yeah, paying my rent was really smart because now 60% of my family's dead. The only way things are going to change is if we stand up. 30-day quarantine. You come into our country by flight, over the border, from Mexico, Canada, you have to stay in quarantine for 30 days. Well, no one's going to come here. Oh, well, we don't have to deal with an outbreak, a severe outbreak of Ebola. We already have it here. We're already in a rat race to get ahead of it. Only we make a difference. If you do nothing, if you've already stopped watching this video, as probably 60% have, because no one wants to hear, oh, my wife has cancer. Oh, my husband has cancer. No one wants to hear bad news. No one wants to hear their kids have a disease. No one wants to hear their mom's dying. No one wants to hear bad news. None of the government wants a panic. So none of the government's going to tell you as it is. There is no cure for Ebola. They have no treatment for it, no people for it, no people trained for it. It took them 48 hours before they even realized they released an Ebola patient. He went out, he went back home, went into the apartment complex. Everybody in that complex is now at risk of getting Ebola. And they'll tell you all the propaganda, all the lies to keep you from panicking. Well, I'll tell you, if you don't panic, if you don't protest, if you don't get out there in the streets, they're not going to stop it. Because keeping Ebola in this country means lots of things. It means that insurance companies don't have to pay for cancer treatment anymore, because most of the people with cancer will die. Social Security, oh, it's bankrupt because the feds borrowed the money and don't have to pay it back, robbed all the baby boomers of trillions of dollars, but the baby boomers don't unite because this country doesn't unite anymore because we're all cowards. We're all zombies. If you're a coward, do nothing. Stop watching this video because it means nothing to you. If you're a zombie, stop watching it. But if you've got the initiative to take a stand and you care about the 60% of your family that's going to die, then you'll do something. Call your senator, call your congressman, call your CDC, make them do something. Boycott Walmart, boycott airlines, boycott. Don't go to work. You know what gets done if no one goes to work? The government goes to work. The Republicans won't be fighting the Democrats because they have to get something done because no one's going anywhere. No one's doing anything. It's a total shutdown. If you've watched this video and you've done nothing, then you've kissed 60% of your family goodbye. Is that what you want to do? Are you a murderer? Then you be a murderer. By doing nothing, you've murdered. You've committed murder by doing nothing. Stand up. Let's fight. Let's unite and make a stand and get Ebola under control. Boycott Walmart. Boycott airlines. Call your senator. Call your congressman. Call your senator. If you're a nurse, go on strike. Because that hospital does not care about you. They will send you in that room with that Ebola patient with not enough gear, not the training, nothing. Because we sent all our gear to Africa, so we don't have enough gear here. When you take your little girl, your little baby boy, into that hospital, your mother into that ER room, just think, the person sitting next to you over there coughing, oh, they might have Ebola. Do you have it now? 60% of people who get Ebola die. Are you that 40%? Okay, you are. Good for you. Then don't do anything. If you know 100% that you're that 40% that will survive Ebola, then do nothing. I bet you that half the people that watch this video on YouTube will do nothing. Because they don't care. They think in their heads that, oh, if it gets serious, the government will tell us. Well, let me tell you why they won't. If the government told you on CBS that it was a horrible situation, you would begin to panic. They don't want to panic, so they say, oh, it's all right. Well, is it going to be all right when 60% of your family's dead? If you've watched this video that is just about over and you've done nothing, then let me tell you, you've killed your family. You've given them their last kiss by doing nothing. You look at your little girl, you look at your little boy, you look at your mom, and you look at your dad, and you look at your siblings, and you tell them that they're going to die because you've done nothing. When your babies die, when your moms and dads die, when your sick little girls and your sick little boys and your sick moms who have cancer that would have been cured and you've done nothing die because Ebola kills those who have disease faster, and the insurance companies want that. They don't want to pay for cancer treatment. They don't want to pay for the prescriptions for diabetics. All those people will die. So health insurance companies want Ebola. The rich want Ebola. Why? Because that means they get to keep all that green dollars. Big dollars, corporations that are big, will let you die. Only you can save 60% of your family. That's all I have to say. You make the choice. If I don't see people standing up, then I'll take it that y'all want to die. You want 60% of your family dead. It's too bad you don't got to pick which family members die, because it'll probably be the ones you love most. So do nothing. Kiss 60% of your family goodbye. Go to work. Earn that dollar to pay the rent on a place that you're going to be dead and not even going to be able to keep. Because Ebola spreads rapidly. If we can't control it in Africa, why do you think we can control it here? The doctor that got cured for it, there's no more of what cured him. The only thing from him that we get is his blood. If you think his blood can do 60% of your family, 60% of mine, and 60% of the families around you, you are fooled. So you do nothing. You be a zombie. You go to work. You pay your bills, because that green dollar has taken you over, just like it has everybody else. They're more worried about paying their rent and putting food on the table than if they survive. So die for that almighty dollar, because doing nothing equals death. Equals you've killed them by doing nothing. I hope you do something, but I suggest you don't. I suggest you let big corporations and big dollars win, because that's what 50% of you are going to do. 50% of you might make a difference and might stand up and do something, but most likely the 50% that do have a little baby, a mother that's there that they want to survive. If you don't, you'll probably do nothing. You'll probably say, oh, it won't come to that. Most of the people that I talked to said, oh, that won't happen in the U.S. CDC said it wouldn't get as bad as it already is. You make a difference. Stand up, unite. Talk to your neighbors. Create protest. Stand out in the streets with signs. Do something about Ebola. You nurses, strike. Because if you don't strike, they're going to force you to go into that Ebola room. In Texas, the people that treated that patient were 50 different people went into that Ebola patient's room. There should only be 10 tops treating Ebola patients. We don't need 50 of our hospital workers going in for one Ebola patient. We need to take control. So do nothing. You do nothing. You probably won't do anything. It won't surprise me, because my belief is you're worried more about that dollar than you are about your family. So you go earn that buck. You go ahead and fly that airline. You go ahead and go to work at Walmart. You go ahead and go to work at your nurse's station. But when you're killing your family, you look in the mirror and you say, I did this, because you did nothing. Post videos on YouTube every way you can. We've got to make a difference.